Hello, this is a message for I think your name is Carly Schumacher of the BVC. I'm not sure which program you're in, but I'm going to assume that's the Human Services because this is a human service book. So this is called You and Others, Second Edition by Linda McKay, Heather Ross. I wasn't able to sell this back at the bookstore because I apologize if I'm not looking directly at you, Carly. The screen is here and my laptop is there. And I'm just trying to look at myself in the screen to make sure everything's going okay. So I'll occasionally look back and forth too. So like I said, you can't really sell this back at the bookstore at Bow Valley College because it's not in mint condition. There's a little crease here. The corners are a bit curled in because typically you put this in a bag. You're an active student. You go to this and that program, IC program in Ecocon, all sorts of programs in the school, and you take it in and out when you study. So, of course, I just rest it like this basically, and write my notes on it and whatnot right here and there. This is what I usually study. It's very clean, fairly clean. As you can see, just some piles of notebooks there, and just some piles of notebooks over there. My lamps over here. Basically, this is my tidy, clean. I don't really drink coffee or eat up here, so that's the only thing that's out of order. I tend to get it much more orderly within the school year. So let's look at the condition of the book, shall we? Get right to it. Let me switch to the light here. And so page 1, you'll see that I have some white out there. I basically occasionally I forget that this is I have to try and sell this book, so occasionally I just write notes in there just to help me jog my memory whenever I'm studying before I transcribe it into my loose leaf papers down there. Loose leaf papers are down there, that underneath the blue folder there. So sometimes I have the loose leaf papers on the book, and to write it down. But I usually have it I'm usually good and put it on the table here. This hard table here. I showed you the table already. So I'm gonna put another coating of white out there to kind of white out what I wrote. Once again, the pages are just curled inwards, just curled inwards, and a little bit of creased. I'm even manhandling the book right now just to hold it from the angles. Secondary page, nothing. Let's move the keyboard this way. Secondary page, nothing too rough there. Third page, nothing too rough. Just maybe a little bit of cut edges, which is typical of the new book. In fact, here's what happens whenever I have a new book. This Dan Brown book, for example. Already, because I put it in my backpack, right, and I move back and forth on the C string, goes in and out the bag, so it goes hard, it goes hard, and so that's pretty much. I'm bad that way. I've seen other students have immaculate books, and I asked them for advice, but they tell me that sometimes they put the books in the bag, like they put the books really immaculately in the bag. I have autism, so I don't really know how to do that, which is strange for people with autism, because we are very, very tidy. In fact, I'm a very tidy person. This is how I keep my pens. The pens are all. This is pretty much my study area. My study area. So, like I said, I don't eat food up here. I don't eat junk foods up here. I don't eat crap food, so therefore, and even if I did, I would scrub the book very well. I am good that way. But like I said, your friend Patrick, I see that we were both friends on Facebook. On Facebook, so he taught me how to put the books like pretend this is a textbook. Oh no, better yet, this is a textbook here. Pretend this is a textbook. He'll teach me how to just sandwich it back and forth, or perhaps sandwich it back like this. And put the binder in the back so that it doesn't, like a vice, it doesn't jiggle around too much, but I sometimes don't do that. In fact, This book is the most immaculate book there is, and I'm keeping it because it's my book. Um, so it's a book that's very valuable to me. Like I said, see the corners are. Like I said, it goes down into the bag like that. There's some, maybe some dirt because I go hiking too, so maybe there's some dirt, some juice. Pop water open, and it goes into there. If it gets really messy, I take a brush and I scrub it. But like I said, I'm not really high. I'm not really too. See, basically, you have this Dan Brown book, for example. You have corners like this. You come across lots of pages of corners like this that are folded in. Um, my journals, or even my journals, or these colorful books here sometimes, and they are in rough shape as well. But like I said, let's go to the secondary page here. Nothing too rough there. See, like I said, you see what I mentioned with the Dan Brown book is a little bit of a corner creasage there, creasing, or using the right word. Other than that, it's still readable. Some water damage, maybe I poured some tea on the back. And when I did drink tea up here, my mom occasionally brings fruit tea, Chinese herbal tea to help me lose weight. It's not working, but that's a different story altogether. Again, more creasage. More creasage. Nothing rough here. Nothing rough here. It's a cartoon character down there. More creasage. More creasage. I sometimes, to get my pen to work, sometimes my pen would dry up. Because if a pen's dying and I'm writing, I write my notes verbatim. Skim notes. Basically, make notes back and forth. Transcribing them onto the loose leaf CC there. So sometimes you'll find there might be some indentations from my writings, from my scribblings if I have a page on there. I don't see it right now, but you probably come across it. Here you have some markages to keep my pen, the little startup circles. Here I have again more pen starting up. See what I mean by the lettering? Sometimes I'll have the note paper on. Sometimes I'll have the note. I'll get careless. I put the note paper on here. Other than that, you can still read it. It's just how you write a paper. Again, more ink marks here. This page is clear. Oh, this page is clear. Maybe I should turn on this light. Turn them both on. There we go. See, this page is clear. Let me see if I can move this. The lamp is like there we go. Much better. More better. The lamp is over here. This one's absolutely clear. I don't know why it's not touched. Almost mint quality. Perfectly 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle here. I just put the TV here, monitor here, so you can get a few more inches of. There we go. That works. Okay. Here we have. Maybe I didn't read this chapter. Well, I got an A anyway, so almost squared. Almost unblemished. Almost unblemished. Sometimes I'll fall asleep, and and then chapter 2, nothing wrong here, I don't think. If anything, I come in. Oh, maybe some. See how my food stains? This is probably a tea stain, Chinese herbal syrup tea or something, or maybe chocolate bar. Who knows? Or maybe just some fruit. Maybe a grape stain or Chinese light tea or something weird like that. Like the dragon eye fruit. I see that you're not Caucasian or you're not Asian, you're not Chinese, so you might not know the terminology sometimes. I'm born here myself, so I don't know much of this terminology. Here you have some water creases, so maybe some tea splashed onto there. I usually drink lemon juice, so see here we have some kind of fading, but you can still see the writing. I believe maybe some syrup on my hand, or some pen or something. I'm obese, so I don't know what the hell is on my hand. Sweat, I don't know. But you can still see it's very clean still. tears from being a student. I don't know. Failure drives me crazy sometimes in regards, but she's a good teacher. She has to train us to be professional. So yeah. But still, we're given to. I underline the word risky. Before having to or sometimes what I do is I take white out in case I write something rude in there, but I don't think I think I like this course, so I think it's the rudeness went away. I didn't. My other textbooks, however, maybe not. My uppers and downers textbook, that's probably worth one loony because I wrote in it, but here I don't know that there's some kind of a pen mark there. Again, everything's all creased up. It's not mint. It's not like mint hockey card perfect or mint comic perfect, but okay. There's everything's back to normal. Maybe I didn't read this chapter as well. Who knows? Chapter 3, group development. You gotta love this course though, because this course is unconventional. What can I say about this course? Well, the teacher will do a lot of fun group activities. So it's more like a fun group, and you're supposed to have takeaways from that of how a group is supposed to. It's basically teaching us to facilitate the group when we're gonna be the counselors, AA, smart recovery. I'm not sure if you're going to the same program, but we have to actually have them sit in a circle, the talking stick and whatnot, and maybe speak to a bunch of teenagers, like you see, support groups. Support groups from teenagers. It's a noble cause that we're both of you and I and some other classmates, Patrick especially, going into. Tell Patrick that he's a good guy. I like him. Sometimes I get the rambling. It's my condition. Again, nothing wrong here. Some more scribble pen starting marks. My pen sometimes dies, so I suck on it to get the ink flowing again and just start to scribble there. Again, more lighter pen use. It shows up as dark blue, but it's actually turquoise for some reason. Maybe this camera's not good. Again, nothing is perfect mid-size. This is the creasing. More creasing. Some writing here. Maybe I got some white out. Congeniality. I didn't understand the word congeniality, so I looked it up. So I wrote down compassion, niceness, gentleness, especially. So maybe I'll leave that on there for you, just in case you want to know what I'm gonna write down the word gentleness. Sometimes I do that. There we go. Here we go. Whiteout. Or no, highlighter. I don't highlight things. I didn't do that, but it's on there nonetheless. I think it's because I was working with a classmate and he highlighted. He's not selling his books. He's keeping his books. So he forgot that his book was my book. So he kind of highlighted it in green. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you want me to. If that's a big turnoff for you. That's why I switched. That's why I write down in my scratch notes down there. Then I staple it and I kind of archive it. Those are my notes. Those are my artifacts. Again, more funny scribble lines here. Nothing too much. Crease. The crease is right there, like that. But Dan, I'll just call it the Dan Brown crease, just to let you know. I'll call it the Dan Brown, so you know what it means. Just like Dan Brown book there. Also some more pen circles. Nothing on this side. Just mint condition. Mint condition. A little bit some more pen smudges. Mint condition. Just a little bit of lines, but nothing too strenuous. Nothing too noticeable. Again, more of the three iron. I'll call them iron lines. 3 ironing lines. This is mint condition almost. 3 ironing lines. 3 ironing lines. 3 ironing lines. Nothing wrong with here. Nothing wrong with here. Uh, and yeah, like I suggest, if you want to do these, if you feel like if you have the time to do these square reflection assignments, just use a pencil and you sell the book for $10. $20 is not too bad, you know. Chapter 4, nothing wrong here, nothing wrong here. I may have some kind of wrinkles down there. Some wrinkles on here, some creasing there. That goes like that, but so again, it's very faint. Nothing wrong here, nothing wrong there, nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong there. Pen line. Again, the turquoise pen line. Somehow it comes up black on my screen, I don't know why. What else can I find here? Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong here. Nothing wrong here. Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong there. Blockers, I remember this. Some coffee marks there. Okay, this basically, for this course, I suggest just watch the show Office and do whatever. Make notes, reflect on the show, or the sitcom Office Space or whatever Office, the one with Michael, Stephen Carell, and just do the opposite of whatever he did. I actually wrote that in my one of my reflections here on that. That's the thing too. You should make your assignments fun. Okay, chapter 5. Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong here. Nothing wrong there. Nothing here. Nothing there. Forms of different power. How do you see power? Power moves when we graduate. A lot of us found out that it's underlining there. That our courses, if you're taking the fiction studies classes, it might not transfer over at the U of C, but it will transfer over to U of A and U of F Athabasca as a part of the human services, and that's a lot of us. That's a lot of us are going to take. Well, we're going to work in the field as in the helping field and go to school at the same time because it's corresponds to a line there. Align this. This is getting harder to hold up now because the pages are now on that side, so maybe that'll increase the pages I'll use both hands. Nothing too discernible over there. Nothing too discernible over there. Over there, nope. Decision making is shared understanding. Okay, nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong there. Oh, yeah. I guess I got in this. I wrote that. It's a different conflict styles, and I just felt that I wrote down competing, and they wrote the picture of the shark. I'm gonna white out that. But I wrote down actually sharks are quite gentle creatures by nature who only attack carrion prey. Yeah, see, everyone thinks sharks. In this case, they're talking about the competing personality in the in the field. Again, watch Office Space. Watch that Office show and learn about the different competing character. The dynamics between the different characters, and in my case, I'm the blabby guy because I have autism and I blab blah blah blah. So I also make a YouTube show, so that's where I do a lot of YouTube shows where I'm doing a lot of DIY projects here, and then I just blah 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 blah. It's whatever goes in my mind. Stream of conscious. If anything, I'm the caterpillar from the Alice in Wonderland that's stoned. Not that I do drugs, but I'm stoned on some wacky shit and I'm blabbering it to a teenage girl about stuff. That's one thing in counseling is we shut up. We have to shut up, and they do the talking. We do the listening, and it's a very big So I'm gonna. It's not about us. It's about them. This is their story, essentially. But now it's erased. Once again, most likely you won't be able to sell this for. You won't be able to sell this, but it's for $20. I mean, it's a good steal. I mean, I can go down to 15 if you like. I just went out of the house. This is a. Oh, the course was fun. We played fun games, learning all the different ways we can facilitate a group of fun, and then the theory, the theory of the different positions. So we're gonna let this dry up a little bit. Take a few moments to dry up. This dries up very fast, whiteout. I don't like this spending much money at the bookstore, the Bow Valley bookstore, so I'm not gonna get any more whiteout from them. Should I put another layer? I'll put another layer for you. It's like I said, it's nothing too rude. It's just I took an environmental class before coming to Bow Valley, and so I just wanted to put in my 2 cents that I guess because my thesis was the importance of sharks, and I'm glad that everyone thinks that sharks are, Sharknado, Shark Week, and that these guys are psychopathic killers of the sea. They are, but they only kill people who are either dying, seriously injured, or they think that a surfer is a prey because of the positioning of the paddles. So they try all sorts of techniques to kind of make the sharks go away and to not eat them, and it somewhat works. Like any other animal or human, for that matter, if we get overly hungry, then we start to go cuckoo and we start to lose our natural thing. So sharks basically eat other dead animals to make sure that animals don't rot in the sea and disease the ocean and take out oxygen to dissolve the body, and the sharks eat it, and like whales, they But enough about that. Anyways, it's now erased. It's drying up. I'm not going to touch it, but see, avoiding conflict style. Here's a person who's very shy, your shy co-worker or shy member. Again, as a facilitator, you're supposed to gently encourage them to coax them out of their shell, so they can share. But if they don't want to share, then they don't have to share. Otherwise, they're not going to trust us. That's what I learned. I'm probably a year 2 student, so again, stream of consciousness. So it looks dry enough. Again, what you see at the bottom here, I just some blobs or some splotches of ink. Here's the compromising style. Is teddy bear who wants to be loved all the time. This may be good for in a way that if you're working with someone who's severely traumatized, they need someone who's caring, someone who's got the squishy heart. Here's a collaborating one, or no, accommodating. Sorry, the teddy bear's accommodating. The clever fox, the intellectual fox is a compromising one that collaborating. See, wise owl competing. Because we don't know what our clients go through, the pain they go through. So anyhow, this is all clean. This looks clean. This looks clean. I just wanted to mention my own 2 cents. I don't know. But now it's gone, it's erased. So like I said, you can't sell it. Most likely can't sell it at the bookstore because it's all Dan Browned. It's all Dan Browned. But you can perhaps sell this, or use it as a stop for my monitor here. Yeah, I know it's ignorant, but see here I circled the word regular. I was just I don't know. Oh no! This came like that. This is just a sample page of a self-assessment of group work. When you're self-assessing, you're gonna come across this a lot when you're working in your peers, your coworkers are gonna come a lot, and take their advice with us with good humor because it's just feedback, right? Uh, See, these are already circled. These are already circled already. My handwriting is not that neat. It's a nice circle, a nice even circle. But they're just giving you an image of what a checklist might look like. So that's that. See, it's already circled. It already has little notes in between. Other than that, I don't see anything different here. Just the glossary, maybe a little bit chewed up. Again, with a little bit tearage, small, tiny, microscopic tears. And that's it. The back cover is okay. I mean, again, there's a little bit of the corners, there's a corner, and a dirt mark there. Somehow the top of it was okay. Okay, so hopefully you buy this book, and good luck with your studies. Due to some cutbacks, budgetary cutbacks by the current government, it's going to be an interesting time for us all graduate, and well, good luck out there. That's all I can say. Take the suicide prevention course with Yolanda, and hopefully we can save some lives. This is Casey out.